Good morning, good morning. So I've been reading up on, it's called the 6 degrees of separation. Basically, what it says is that we are 6 people away from whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, whatever network, whatever person that you're trying to meet, we're 6 people away from that. And it's pretty cool because it breaks down different researches that they've done over the years. I think it originally started in the early 1900s where a philosopher came up with this concept, and then throughout the time, people have tried it and tested it out. But it's pretty cool when you check it out. And I say that because when they first started this theory, it was strictly male. It was before we had internet, before we had social media. So honestly, I feel like that degree of separation is actually less because of social media. But in order to get that person to respond or to be able to get the outcome that you want, instead of just, obviously you can go to a random person's page and DM them, but to actually get a response, to actually get feedback, you definitely want to go through those 6 degrees of separation. And the reason why I say that is because somebody's more likely to respond to you if they are recommended by somebody they knows, or somebody that's close to them in their circle brought your name up. Well, you're going to get a better outlook. So you still want to actually apply that same method. But just for a little FYI for you guys at home, I want y'all really to try to just challenge yourselves and do that. And you don't necessarily have to write it down if you don't want to. But what you can do is just try to picture, okay, whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever it is that you want to be, try to think of who you know, and I get that the way to 6 degrees of separation, it does involve people that you've never known, never met before, but just try to see, okay, well, I know this person possibly has this connect, and then think about who they might know. And you can even look at their social media, look at their Facebook pages and see some of their friends and things like that. But I think that it's a pretty good analogy, and it's something that we should all try to practice and continue to network. That's really what it boils down to, the power of networking, because you never know who you're going to run into. You're never going to know who they know unless you actually talk to people, and a lot of this involves networking. I believe, this is my own opinion, that I would say 30%, maybe 30 to 40% maybe involves talent. The other percentage is all about who you know, how to get there. Because I'm sure we've seen, watch news anchors and definitely saying, well, hey, look, I know I'm better than that person. We've probably seen actors, musicians, people that you say that you know that you could do a better job at, that you can naturally do a better job than them. So, and even in CEOs and businesses and things like that, the particular company you work for might not necessarily be the company to get you to where you want to be at. It involves you moving around, but that also involves that networking aspect. So with that mindset, always remember you are 6 people away from wherever you need to be at. So start plugging yourself in. It's like a puzzle. And what happens is it evolves into clutter. You've talked to so many people and you've networked so much to where everybody starts to jumble together. It's kind of like the description that they put. It's going to be hard for me to explain, but it was involved with them attaching. So they put a bunch of random buttons on the table with different colors, and they just attach random strings to buttons. Random strings. So the buttons are to represent people. And what happened was that when the strings were all different sizes. So some buttons could have been completely across the table from each other. But what happened was, as they were attaching these strings to all these different buttons, they all eventually became entangled and became a cluster. And that's the power of networking. That's generally how networking works. It becomes a cluster to where all of what you have done starts to come together. So, and that's really cool analogy, and I think that's something you should think about when it comes to plugging yourself in with people. But that's just a little food for thought. I want you guys to focus on networking, know the power of networking, and know that you are only 6 people away from where you need to be at. I want you to have a good day. Stay blessed.